Today, I am bringing back Pokemon that I've really loved using. Swords Dance Qwilfish. Shout out to ZS for the sample team. Y'all know I've used this team, not this team, but this set on Rain a lot. And you know what? When we got a sample with it outside of Rain, I was really excited to use it. Because it's a really fun Pokemon. I've spoken really highly of the set. Let's see now, is it really just Rain carrying? Or is the set just genuinely good? One little disclaimer about the team. The sample team has Terra Poison. I made this Terra Steel because if I run into an NDD, I just want the extra insurance. Anyhow, my opponent probably has webs. I'm guessing that's why the Masquerain is here. So I'm going to lead off with my Scyther, and I'm going to Aerial Ace the Masquerain. As they go Eel, that's fine with me. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to U-turn, and they're going to bring Mask back in, but that's fine. Yeah, as they Volt. Though, this isn't the best Mon to bring Mask in against. One nice thing about this game is my Eel should probably just wall their whole team, right? That's what I'm hoping. Also, this got so loud. Good lord. Don't ask about what's going on in the video. I've got no clue. Now, unfortunately, my opponent gets the poison immediately. I could Terra, but I don't think I will. This is Specs. Yeah, so we U. What is even going on here? I know this is an April Fool's video from Glitch, but wow, that is insane. Alright, I'll get back to you, but get back. I could go Cacturn, and they've revealed Volt Switch, so I actually like Cact as my switch in here. They shouldn't have U-turn. You know what, I'm gonna get a little Spike. I bet you he's Specs. I bet you this is Specs. That damage doesn't tell me anything, but I bet you this is Specs. As the Masquerain comes in, I'm gonna Encore. Yeah, so I Encored because I was predicting the the webs. Oh, he wasn't Sash, so maybe that must have been just Quiver Dance. Okay. I mean, that's a shocker to me, for sure. But I think it's okay. Now, Spiritomb coming in. I'm going to always U-turn versus. Does really suck that I lost Cacturn now. But this seems to be physical, so maybe it's not that bad. I will get my Stealth Rock up, and then I will Glare. Yeah, as he's just a, like, utility set. He's not, he has Shadow Ball, okay. And I guess I go Eel here. And Discharge. Oh, as my opponent gives me health back, amazing. Nice, okay, my opponent feel a little generous today. Okay, I can dig that, I can dig that. You know, it's May 6th, so I don't think that's a special day, but maybe it is. And my opponent's saying, you know what, homie, I just really appreciate you having this Pokemon battle with me. So we take that out. I really like Qwilfish at this point. As I go Haunter, I will jet this in the face. We do not get the reveal that he was actually Scarf Hauntered. I just don't know my head calcs. I don't... Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not risking that being the reveal. You're not Scarf. Thank you. No, we are not getting Scarfed. Okay, so the Dunsparce comes in now. Now, the annoying thing is I'd actually like to preserve Quill just to make sure I beat the Vapo. So I'm gonna Sat Conda here because this never does anything. Oh no. He's physical. Oh no. Yo, I'm gonna glare him first. I'm gonna glare at the Dunsparce first. As he Hyper Drills me, I'm gonna be honest, I've got no clue what Hyper Drill does. I know it's the Dunsparce's signature move. Oh, it's like, Feint. Okay. I think we should be good at this point. Qwilfish will be able to come out versus Vaporeon and, set up. And our helmet does end up taking out the Dunsparce. Now their Vaporeon comes in. This could be choiced, just because he's got... I keep saying he's got webs. I don't know if this is webs, though, because he's not Sash. I'll still Glare anyway, just in case. As we get beamed. And they do have leftovers. So they're not like Specs. I will Gunk Shot. Do 100 bajillion. I love it. I will Swords Dance here. Oh, they're Calm Mind. Nice, look at that! Look at little Quill! Already putting in some work, making sure we're able to not get beaten down by anything. That's it. Qwilfish, how many KOs did it pick up this game? 5, I think? Insane Pokemon. Absolutely insane Pokemon. Now we are facing a sample not a sample ladder, a suspect ladder. NUAF Rogadier. This might actually be GW. It might also not be GW, but I don't know who else is naming themselves after that evolution line. I really like Quill the skim. Look at Qwilfish's. Oh my lord, it's beautiful. Now, actually, I still have to get a turn to set up. I think versus Muck is going to be my best shot. But we've seen Quill before. If I get the requisite chip damage on Passimian, it is not at all a threat. Just won't have Rain to help me this game. I'm going to leave Cacturn, though. Cacturn is generally pretty safe. The worry, of course, is going to be if they lead off with Passimian. I didn't have to figure out if that's actually the Rark. And the terrible thing is I'm Terra Ghost, right? But going for my Terra isn't even that good. Because if they lead off with the Zoroark disguised as Passimian, odds are they're gonna just Dark Pulse predicting the Conda to come in anyway. So, yeah. Going for my Terra and getting caught immediately is not really something I'm all that interested in. So they lead Cacturn, they lead Conda. I've just decided this is the Sandaconda. You know what? I am deciding right now this is the Sandaconda. Unfortunately, I can tell it's not because my opponent did not immediately switch. So, we know this is Zoroark now. But I'm still going to stay in just to send a message that I know what you're up to. I know who this is. It's not the slithery snake. It is, I don't know what animal Zoroark is. It is the Zoroark here. Let's see, am I right? I'm willing to throw a Cacturn away. I don't care! I'm willing to throw my Cacturn away to prove a point. In your head, turn 1. I know what's going on. Well, they switch, so I've got no clue. Now they go Muck. Now, the annoying thing about this is, in theory, this should always be a Muck, but what if it's not? You ever think about it like that? Man, I want to go Qwilfish so badly, just liquidate some assets. Man, I'm doing it. As Lurantis comes in, I am gunk-shotting. What if they Terra here, though? You know, I'll go Eel. I'll go Eel. I'll make the, good play. This was Boots, so odds are it's actually the Lurantis, but if this ends up being Zoroark for some reason, I do not want to lose my Qwilfish, because this outspeeds and Dark Pulses me. Well, if it's Boots Zoroark, the set would more likely be physical, so I wouldn't actually lose the spawn, but I still think Eel is the more principled play here. If they Fog, it's like, whatever. I've got the slower, I think. Maybe. Depends on investment, I guess. I'm just saying, I knew something was happening there. Okay, so we do end up predicting their Terra correctly. That's really good for me, as they just stand in Leaf Storm. I'll go Cacturn. Now we'll Leech Seed. I could just Dark Pulse. You know what? No. I'll Leech Seed. I think, really, I could go for any move and it'd be alright there. But I'll go for the Leech. Yeah. I'll go for some Leeching. Because my Dark Pulse, I don't think will actually do that much to Muck. And I'd like the Muck to be a little more uncomfortable with coming in. If they go out to Muck here and we see it not take... Or not take... If we see it not get recovery, then we'll know. So this should actually be Muck. And now I'm going to go Quill. They could also double here. So I'm actually going to Pulse. I think they double, predicting the Quill. Qwilfish is just too safe against them. They have nothing that resists any of my moves now as well, so I could go for my Terra pretty safely. And probably just win with it, right? Yeah, so they do double. And we do predict that well. Maddow not taking too much. Didn't really expect it to. I go Eel here. Because they probably just Volt Switch, right? Yeah, that's fine. So no, they Flash Cannon. Doesn't do too much, which makes me think this is Scarfed. No. You know what, I should've... No, why did... When I saw the damage, I thought to myself, okay, he's a Violite as hell. And then that was the end of that thought. And yeah, we're gonna get our Quill in now. I'm just gonna go for Liquidation, I think. Actually, no, I go for my Terra Liquidation. Look at his team! No, don't Terra. The reason we don't Terra is I want to retain the Poison Resistance versus the Muck. There's no reason to take that away from me right now. But we still want to attack immediately, because I don't want him to go Passimian. Or just go into anything that could be Zoroark. So Magneton comes in, that's going to get KO'd. Yep. Very nice. The main part, this game gets interesting once the Rart comes in. Believe this is actually a Lurantis, if not, Cacturne is still a good play. I think we just Dark Pulse again for damage, as we get a really big crit. That is insane. As that guarantees now I 2-hit KO this. And yeah, I'll still go to Dark Pulse even though the Muck is likely to come out there. As Muck is getting low, 22 would take it down to 16. I mean, it could be a 2-hit KO from here. I'm gonna go Conda. Because I'm gonna get my Stealth Rock. Nice thing being Lurantis having already gone for its Terra, I can EQ very easily. They go Conda of their own, then I probably just go Eel. Actually, no, let's go Cacturne. Nice, get that little leech. A little extra recovery there. And we'll be able to take out the Muck with our next Dark Pulse. And I think at this point, too, I've got a really good shot of cleaning with Passimian's close combat, too. Just because they've already gone for Terra on Lurantis, so I don't have to worry about Sandaconda being Terra, like, whatever. Terra Ghost. As the Passimian comes in, we see it take the right amount from Stealth Rock, so we know that we're not dealing with a little Zoroark. I'm gonna go Conda here, because Conda's only job really is to switch into the Passimian. As he reveals he is Choice Banned. Okay, so seeing Choice Banned Passimian means I need to be cautious of Zoroark being Scarf. Actually, we stay in. We just Earthquake here, because he's always gonna double. And I'll still rest, because this is good for getting chip damage on their Passimian with. And I could always just go for the Death Fodder later on anyway. Now I'll go Eel. I don't really feel the need to trade my health versus their Sandaconda. And I also don't really want to let Zoroark just come in for free without at least asking it a question. So the Passimian does come back in. I mean, he's just going to U-turn here, is he not? I'll just go back to Conda. If he doesn't U-turn, then it's whatever. As he goes for the knock, and I do wake up, so that's pretty bad for him. Especially given I'm kind of fast. So, since I'm pretty fast, I should be able to win the 1v1 versus their Sandaconda if they go to it here. Because Hazard's damage easily pushed that into 2-hit KO range from Earthquake. This Conda does come in here. Get that nice little chip. Should outspeed here. Yep, I do. Now the question is, do I go for the greedy 6-0? Nah, I'll just get my safe win. As the Zoroark does come out now. And I will just Earthquake just to make sure that I do not... Nah, we'll Glare just in case. If this goes for Nasty Plot. Now, why do I care? Earthquake's the play. If they go for Sub out of nowhere, we always want to make sure we're breaking Sub. Making that way more difficult than I need to. So we do see the Dark Pulse. No Life Orb, but like I said, because the Pissimian is banded, I think this is probably Choice Scarf. I mean, yeah, I think I just always am going into this. And just CCing. Because even if this is Scarf here, it's not going to KO me with the Dark Pulse. So, we're fine. I think that's all I need to do at this point is probably keep the... I need to keep the combination of Pissimian Cacturn around. That should prevent Scarf Zoroark from ever cleaning. Also, I've got Quill with Jet. So, I mean, I'm pretty safe anyway. As the Zoroark comes back in, I will go sack Electros here. And we should be good. They could U-turn here. If they do, it's whatever. But I think they're Psychicking, yeah. As Eel takes -3 from that. As I'm not going to go into my Cacturn and just KO the Lurantis as it switches in. Nice. Very well played game on my end. That crit earlier was super good, but I think otherwise holding my Terra for the whole game was pretty useful. It never needed to be used, but my opponent using theirs so early on was definitely not ideal. I won't even go for the Jet. I'll Liquidate. Just don't even reveal any moves. It doesn't matter because this is a sample, but may as well. Just in case we run him the ladder again. And you haven't seen the team, you know what? Keep them on their toes. Now if it's a Dragonair, ooh, this is scary. And another Pissimian Zoroark core. I'm telling y'all, this is the best offensive core in the format. Pass Zoro. Pass is just such an easy pivot to pair with Zoro. And I do think Scyther's also really good, and unfortunately for me, my opponent is both. But I do really like the idea of Zoroark with either of these mons, just in particular Pissimian. Because I think the holes that they break open for each other, really, really nice. This is also another Qwilfish game. The annoying thing is the Rotom Frost. Just being faster by 1 base speed kind of sucks, but I think it should be manageable. I also really like my Pissimian this game. I need to just knock the Conda, and then we're in a really nice spot. As I'm going to lead my Pissimian, because we're facing one of these teams, and I want to make sure that you know what? Also, I'm hella switching out all the time to Conda here if I'm my opponent. This is why I did it! I knew it! I'll go Eel. As they Psychic me, okay. But yeah, I would always gone Conda, because if this is actually Scyther, I think you still want to switch, just because Rock Slide threat. But then if it's not, and it is the Zoroark, well, I think you need to switch, because what if you just get CC'd? As my opponent does decide they like trading HP for damage on Eel. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't really think my Eel does much of anything this game, other than switch into Sandaconda. But, I mean, yeah, there's this. But, like, I don't beat you 1v1 anyway. Like, they could have been worried about Flamethrower. As they reveal the Will-O-Wisp there. I mean, that dodge is pretty inconsequential. I will say, though, follow-up Pokemon coming into this, we have none. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Pissimian, as we see lefties. And we're going to use Pissimian to see if they want a Terra. I'm going to U-turn here. As they just go hard Sandaconda. So what that tells me is this might be a Terra type that doesn't actually help. It still could be one that helps. But we'll see. And I'm going to immediately go for my Stealth Rock. As they Iron Defense up. Oh god. Oh no. Huh. So you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go Eel. This is gonna be Iron Press. This is probably gonna one-shot me from here. This is a scary Pokemon. Yeah. I've wanted to try this set, just haven't ever gotten around to it. So I'm gonna go Cacturn. I'm gonna immediately go for my Terra, and I'm gonna Encore. I have to do this to force them to switch. I have to force them to switch. Maybe it would have been better for me to just Dark Pulse immediately anyway. I don't know how much damage I take. I mean, they're obviously going for knockoff here. I think we just go back to my Conda. We'll let them take that big chip. And what they'd switch probably into the Frostum, right? So we go back to my pass. As they Trailblaze? Oh god. Stop that. No. Okay, we actually KO. So he was fully offensive. I've seen the bulk up Trailblaze before, and it's always kind of painful. So I will always have to go Cacturn here. We're gonna Leech Seed, and then go into my Scyther. Because now we know Scyther 1v1s this very, very effectively. Here's U-turn. Yo, I almost obliterated this. That would have been so fire. What do I want to go to here? I guess Quill. Yeah, we just go for Quill and Liquidate. Nice! My opponent does not predict me to be Swords Dance Qwilfish. Neither would I, don't worry. Okay, good. So we're able to take out the Scyther. Really well done for me there. And I have to stay in Gunk. As unfortunately I miss. And I get Thunder Waved. That is very depressing. I'm gonna stay in. As I'm gonna miss again. Huh. That's very unfortunate for me. There we go. We land the one that matters most. Now, the thing is... Oh, I was gonna say, the thing is, they could E-speed me here. But I'm still gonna Jet. I was also gonna then throw in... gotta still be careful about whether that gets Shed Skin, but none of that mattered. We're gonna Jet the Rotom. A little bit of extra damage. As he goes for Reflect, you are cruel and unusual. And we get the full pair there. No! I'm gonna go Passimian again. I mean, I'm gonna U-turn. I want to try and see if they've got... Are we just not using our Terra? Is my opponent just that disrespectful, or do you... I'm so confused. They just didn't ever go for it, which is so weird to me. And I mean, I'll stay with my pass here. We know we beat this at this point, because he doesn't have rest, so we're safe. I don't think they teared the whole game. Yeah, nothing ever did, huh? As they did an Iron Defense there. That will not be able to save you from the CCs. Yeah, I'll take it. I think that's a great one to end on, guys. Very interesting last game. That set was... Oh, like I've said, I know, I think ZS, interestingly enough, has used Iron Press Conda before. So, automatically, I kind of just think of it as a set worth trying. I haven't gotten to it, but we'll see. I think eventually I will give it a shot, just because Iron Press is such a cool combo. Even on, like, Appleton, I think it'd be fun. But, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll catch y'all next time. I got nothing else to say. Peace.